Hey, what's going on, everyone? Appreciate y'all coming here and checking out this Diablo 4 video. I'm excited to bring you guys this. I feel like it's going to genuinely help Diablo 4 players on leveling up. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the best ways, at least during the beta, to level up your character really fast. This will help you get the Wolf Pup cosmetic that you can unlock during the beta if you reach level 20, which you should if you just use these tips I'm going to be sharing with y'all. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. If you find this enjoyable, by the way, consider taking a little bit of your time and leaving a like on it. The support is greatly appreciated. As always, that's totally up to you. Just leaving a reminder here in the beginning. I will say the more likes that this video does get, the more players it will reach to help them get the Wolf Pup cosmetic that we can only get during the beta. Once again, we have to reach level 20 during it. As you can see, here's what it looks like. We get a little Wolf Pup on our back for a cosmetic. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into these tips. This first one I'm going to be sharing with y'all is one of the best ones out of all of them that I'm about to be sharing in this video. I figured I would just straight up share the best one first. I will say though, it is kind of difficult to get this started, but once you do, man, you're going to level up so quickly. As you can see here, you'll be able to repeat this event called the Gathering Legions. And there are loads of enemies around to take on during this event. The overlords call their legions into battle, and you'll just end up fighting tons of enemies during this here. And to top it off, you'll have other players around helping you out too, so it goes pretty smoothly getting through all of these enemies. There are quite a bit of players here that grind this just to level up and to get loot too. Yeah, this is definitely worth it. You'll be fighting some mini bosses going through this event, and you'll be fighting a boss too at the end called the Bloody Bishop. As you can see, here's what this thing looks like. It is insane looking, and when you defeat it, it just explodes into a bloody mess. Freaking awesome boss fight. I love seeing a bunch of players join in together to take on a boss like this. It's nice. And to top it off, once this event ends, you can just roam around this area and take out enemies that'll keep spawning in. And there'll be, once again, players around in this vicinity that will help you take out the enemies too. At least they should be during the beta, that is. I mean, this could still be efficient after the beta too, to get you to a higher level. I mean, I can see us keep leveling here for a while. It's just right now the cap's at 25, but I've seen plenty of level 25 players just running around here over and over and helping other players. So yeah, anyways, how you get to be able to do this event and farm this area with other players, you're first going to have to take over this area, which it's located right here on the map. I currently already have it taken over though. But yeah, just head to this area, and when you first come here, there will be plenty of enemies that you'll encounter and have to fight, and it is more difficult because there's not going to be, a lot of players around helping you out. It's going to be pretty lonely unless you have a squad with you. And while you're here, the objective isn't technically just to take out the enemies. I mean, sure, that you'll get some good experience taking them out, but the main objective here is to purge the vampiric corruption, which are these things. You'll see plenty of these around. Some of them may have shields, so you'll have to destroy like smaller ones around to be able to destroy the ones that are larger in size with shields on them. But yeah, as you can see at the right, you'll have a meter that will slowly fill up the more you take out of these. Eventually, once you take them all out, you'll have to also finish off the stronger enemies here, the knights specifically, which a lot of these knights come out of the vampiric corruption that you destroy. So yeah, keep that in mind if you are looking for them. Just go to where you destroyed the corruption at, and more than likely you'll find the knight that you're needing to take out. But yeah, eventually once you have them all destroyed, you're gonna have to go to this giant thing here. Once you destroy this, this will lead down to the boss fight. Be sure to be looking up in your mini-map. Your mini-map will help guide you to the objectives that you need to go to. It'll help show you where the corruption is to take out. So yeah, keep that in mind. But anyways, once you destroy this giant one that's in this chapel or whatever, this will lead down to this cave where you'll have to fight this powerful boss. I'm not gonna lie, at least it was powerful for me at level 18. My build setup for my sorcerer that I used to take it out was Hydra, Ice Armor, Teleportation, and Chain Lightning. Yeah, I used a combination of those spells to take out the boss. So if you are struggling and you are a sorcerer or sorceress or whatever, try doing the build that I have. It seemed to help me anyways. But yeah, once you eventually take out this difficult boss, you'll then have to go rekindle the Wanderer's Shrine to conquer this area. Now, typically when you conquer the stronghold or whatever, villagers come here and take over the place. But that's not the case for this stronghold that you conquer. As you can see, the shrine's located right here. Anyways, once you conquer this is when the fun begins. You can now do the farm here. You'll now be able to see other players roaming around. So you could just follow other players around this vicinity and just take out enemies that'll spawn here. And you'll also get an event that'll spawn here that has loads of enemies. Like I just showed you in the beginning of this, how the overlords will spawn their legions that you'll have to fight, which there will be tons of enemies for you to take on for loads of experience. And you'll end up fighting the Bloody Bishop at the end of this event. And to top it off, you'll have players around too helping you out to make things go smoothly. But yeah, that's the first tip. Definitely keep this one in mind. This will help you get all the way to 25 easily. That is the max for the beta. Of course, after the beta, you could still even possibly farm this place unless the developers like patch this area or something. But I don't know. I don't really see that happening. But yeah, you could farm this area after the beta and get even higher than level 25. Just right now, the cap for the beta is level 25. Anyways, that's enough with this tip. Now let's go ahead and get into the next tips. Next tip is pretty straightforward, and that is to do the side quest that you see around. You can discover side quests by going to the blue exclamation points on the minimap that you might miss out on. And if you go and do them, you'll get quite a bit of experience from completing them. So they're definitely worth it to do to help you level up even faster. Anyways, this next tip to help you level up faster is to do the random events you find roaming around. Make sure to just stop and try to take them on. You will find other players that'll be in the same boat stopping at these random events and doing them for experience. And not to mention, you get loot too from doing them. You can find plenty of different random events just roaming around the game. They're definitely worth it to stop and do real quick because you do get plenty of experience and once again loot for completing them. How you know there's a random event is by the orange circle that'll be on the minimap. So yeah, be sure to stop at these and do them. Anyways, this next tip that I have for you that will help you level up faster is to go and take on strongholds. You'll get plenty of experience when going to take them on, and not to mention, they're just enjoyable to go and take over. Just because typically when you go to a stronghold to take them over, there will be a few objectives at first that you'll have to do, and then you go up against some kind of boss at that stronghold. And once you defeat the boss, which there are some difficult bosses you'll have to go up against at strongholds, which I think is what makes going to them enjoyable. But yeah, once you defeat the boss, you'll then just have to go rekindle a shrine that's around in the stronghold, and that will officially take it over. And once you take it over, villagers will come there and they'll make it a town where you can get healed at, repair your gear, or sell things and buy things at. Yeah, it's definitely beneficial to take on strongholds. Anyways, this next tip is to make sure you're also going to take on dungeons that you find around too. Inside these dungeons, you'll find plenty of enemies to take on, as well as bosses too. That'll give you plenty of experience and, once again, loot. So, yeah, definitely be sure to not miss out on taking on dungeons. And for this last tip I have for you, just to simply take on any enemies that you see roaming around. And not to mention, I found a few legendaries by taking on just random regular enemies roaming around the game. So you never know where you're going to find. Yeah, you'll get experience, of course, but you could find some valuable gear too. But yeah, there you guys have it, everyone. Some tips over how to level up fast in Diablo 4. Hopefully these tips help you out in some kind of way. I'm out of here though. As always, thanks for taking the time, watching and listening. Until next time, peace.